What's up guys, it's Adrian, and in today's video I'm gonna go over everything you need to know about Spotify playlists. How to get on playlists, how to talk to curators, how to spot if a playlist is actually real or not, how to pitch your music to get on the Spotify algorithmic playlist, and show you a couple of tools that will help you get a lot more streams on your music. And you're probably wondering why I decided to make a video on Spotify playlists. And that's because this is primarily what you should be doing as a new artist to get more exposure. You can run basic ads using Facebook and Instagram. However, by getting on a Spotify playlist, you're able to get a lot more streams for a super affordable price or free. What's up guys? So if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. So the first thing you need to do before even considering putting your music on playlists is you have to get your profile in order. If you have not claimed your Spotify for Artists page, you need to go and do that right away, because without the Spotify for Artists page, your profile is going to look blank and not have any information about you. So first thing you need to do is claim your page. And you can literally Google claim Spotify for Artists page if you have not already. Go and do that. And then there's a couple of things that you should do once you do have your page. You want to make sure your profile picture is a clear photo of you. And you want to make sure your cover photo is a clear photo of your face. Because when people are on Spotify on a desktop, it does not show your profile photo. It only shows your cover photo. So you want to make sure you have a cover photo that clearly shows your face. And you can look at basically any big artist and they all have their face clearly being shown in both their profile photo and their cover photo. You also want to go and update your bio. Tell people who you are, what you specialize in, what your future plans are, what you have accomplished, who you've collaborated with. This is your chance to show people why you are important and why they should follow you as an artist and why they should become a fan. So you want to make sure all the links on your page is up to date, because when someone goes on your profile, they're gonna want to check you out on other platforms. They're gonna want to see your Instagram page. They're gonna want to follow you over there. So make sure all your links are up to date on your profile. Another cool thing that Spotify for Artists allows you to do, it allows you to have an artist pick. Basically what this is when someone lands on your profile, you have the option to either put a playlist there that person can go and follow, or you have a chance to put your newest release there. So definitely take advantage of your artist pick section. So in Spotify for Artists, on the top, you click profile, and then you're able to go in and modify and edit all your pages. So you can go to about, you can add photos of yourself, add like press shots, you can add your links over here, you can add your bio, and also you can edit your cover photo. So definitely go in and put in a cover photo. This is also where you edit your profile photo. And you can also add an artist pick. You can either add a playlist, your latest release, you can add an image. If you add an image, it'll show up big on your page. And you can also add a PayPal link. And this allows people to donate to artists. And again, before we even get into playlists, you want to make sure your profile is up to date, because this is how people know you are serious. I'm gonna plug myself in real quick. I just started a new playlist for melodic techno music. So if you can, go and follow that playlist and I will be super thankful. So if you have a playlist, go and drop it in the comments so everyone can go and check it out. Second, I want to talk about the Spotify algorithm for a bit. Spotify, just like any other algorithmic platform, is all about the money. Its goal is to keep people on its platform for as long as possible. And that's because the longer someone stays on their platform, the more advertising they can show their listeners. So with that said, the easiest way to get on a Spotify algorithm is to take care of a few things. And that would be getting a lot of saves, getting a lot of playlist ads, getting a lot of streams and listen time. Because just like Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, Spotify wants to make money. So it uses these metrics to determine if your song is performing well and if it is even worth pushing your music to a wider audience. So if you can get more saves, get more playlist ads, get more streams, then these are all great signals to Spotify that your song is worth pushing. If you notice, one of the most important metrics on YouTube is watch time and viewer retention. By having people stay on YouTube longer, YouTube makes more money. So let's talk about Spotify curators for a second. There's two types of curations. There is the algorithmic curation, which is Spotify, the editorial playlist, and then there is individual curation, which is just regular people, just like you and I. Most curators have a regular audience, so their job is to please their audience and keep people coming to their playlist. They want to get more followers and grow their playlist. And in order to grow their playlist, they need new music. So they are looking for artists just like you and I to reach out to them, because one, we provide them with new music. So by us giving them new music, they're able to give their audience a fresh new sound. So I know a lot of you guys are probably afraid to reach out to these playlists, but just know that these playlists need us to reach out to them because they need new music. Otherwise, they're gonna lose a lot of followers. So these playlists want to be found, and they want to be found because they need us to provide them with music, and because some playlists charge money, so it's their way of making money. So I don't want you to think that the playlist game is scary. It's not scary at all. It's just regular people who are trying to please their audience with fresh and good music. So if you have a unique sound or a unique song or a new release, definitely take advantage of this and reach out to playlists, because the chances of them saying yes is actually pretty good and in your favor. Your sound just needs to match the songs that is already on their playlist. So this would take some research before reaching out to playlists. So don't go and reach out to playlists that does not have your sound. So one of the main things that not every artist do when it comes to getting on Spotify playlists is pitching their songs to the Spotify team. And you need to do this in order to get on the Release Radar or Discover Weekly or any Spotify editorial playlist. You have to pitch your song to get on any of the Spotify algorithmic playlists. And when it comes to pitching your song, it does say that they recommend that you give them at least 2 weeks, but majority of the times you'll find that giving 3 to 4 weeks will perform way better than if you pitched it 2 weeks. The songs that I pitched on the longer side usually got added to the playlist so much faster. You definitely want to give Spotify some time to actually listen to your music and categorize it and put it in the right section. And all you have to do is fill out a form. You put the country, you put the instruments, you put a description. It's really simple, it takes less than 5 minutes. And after you submit your song to Spotify, then Spotify takes a listen to your song and puts it in the right category for the playlist. But in order for them to actually put it on these playlists, they need to know that it's gonna perform well. Now, when it comes to pitching your music to the Spotify playlist, it has to be an unreleased track. So when I say it needs to be pitched 3 to 4 weeks in advance, this means that it has to be pitched 3 to 4 weeks before it's actually released on Spotify. Which brings me to the topic of pre-saves. When it comes to pre-saves, what happens is on the day of release, everyone who pre-saved your song, that song will be saved to their library. This is amazing because when Spotify sees a lot of people saving your music the day of release, it tells the algorithm that this song is actually really popular. The more pre-saves you get, the better. Spotify highly favors saves. So the more pre-saves you have, the more likely it is for Spotify to put your music on one of its playlists. Stick around to the end of this video and I'm gonna show you a really big mistake that I just discovered when it comes to getting your music on playlists. So you really have 2 ways to upload your music to Spotify. You can either upload it as singles or as an album. What I highly recommend is to upload your music as singles, especially if you're a new artist. The more singles you have, the more opportunities you have to get your music on a Spotify algorithm. However, you're only able to pitch one song at a time, so you need to give each song some separation, which is exactly why 3 to 4 week is the sweet spot. So the higher your pre-save or save rate, the better it is for you when it comes to getting on the Spotify algorithm. So when it comes to playlists, there's really 2 ways you can go about this. There's the free way and then there's the paid way. I'm gonna show you guys both ways right now. So I'm gonna show you how to find the best playlist. There's actually a few ways to do this. You can just go to the top into search and type in a genre or an artist. Then I go down to playlists, I click see all, and just keep scrolling until you find something that looks like someone's regular name. And this is his name. What you could do from here, you can look him up on Facebook or Instagram and just message him directly. A lot of these pages, for example, Techno Nation, you can go to the playlist and they will have their Instagram on their account. So here's one called Study Techno. So you can see their Instagram handle right here. So now I'm gonna show you how I go about reaching out to these curators. All right guys, so now that I have their Instagram handle, I'm gonna take you to my phone and show you how I go about DMing these people. Okay, so I just found him on Instagram. And majority of the time, these curators are also artists and DJs. So this is also another opportunity for you to potentially find someone to collaborate with. And if you can collaborate with a playlist owner, majority of the time, they're gonna put that song on their playlist. So I find him on Instagram and then I just message him and that's it. So you find their playlist on Spotify, then you find their Instagram account and then you just DM them. I've tried messaging people on Facebook, but I found DM to be the best performing one. Through DMs, I have the highest conversion rate. And what you want to do is you want to build relationships with these people. You see, I did not send him my music yet because I want him to respond. Once he responds, then I can start building a relationship with him and find out his process and then send him my music if it makes sense. The majority of the time, a lot of playlist curators will charge you a fee. Could be $20, $30, $40, $50, $60. It really depends on the size of the playlist. And then at the same time, a lot of curators will add your music to their playlist for free. But you can always negotiate. You can also collaborate and build relationships with all of these curators as well. I've collaborated with a lot of playlist curators. I've used their service for mixing and mastering because I am trying to build relationships with them. A lot of the times they will add your music to their playlist, but it'll be in a really low spot. And eventually through this process, they will give you priority placement on their playlist. So you want to build a relationship with these curators so they can give you really good placement. You can also use the fan also likes section to see what playlists other artists are in and reach out to those same playlists. So you can go to any of these artists and see what playlist they are in. And to do that, you got to go to the about section and then scroll down and you can see they are in a couple of playlists. So this person has their email up here. When it comes to emailing a playlist owner, it's a little bit more complicated, but basically you just say, hey, I found your playlist. What are your fees to get into your playlist, or what is your process? And here's my song, would love to get it into your playlist. And then you wait for a response. But majority of the time, these playlist owners also have Instagram account. So you can literally just search this name on Instagram and you will most likely find this person on Instagram. You can message him directly. And since this is a playlist that I would potentially want to get on, let me actually do that now. See, found him, Hard Oaks. Message. So even if they don't have their Instagram account on their Spotify, the chances of them having a Instagram account is super high because literally everyone has an Instagram account. So just search your name on Instagram and 7 times out of 10 you'll find them. So definitely utilize the fan also like section, and majority of the time all these artists in this playlist will have a about section and you can see what playlists that they've been in and then reach out to those same playlists. And then you have sites like SubmitHub. You can see I tested it out to see if it was worth it, and I did get some approval. So majority of the times you can just come in here and purchase credits. But the people who you pitch your song to or submit your song to, they're not obligated to post it on their playlist. And if they do post it on their playlist, what I've noticed is that they put it pretty low in their playlist. So if you want to get a really high placement, I recommend going the manual way, and that's finding playlists on Spotify and then reaching out to them directly. That way you can negotiate with them. But if you wanted to do it the easy way, you can just come to SubmitHub, buy some credits, and then submit your song to a bunch of playlists here. And then there's sites like Playlist Supply. Playlist Supply is actually really dope, and it costs $20 a month. And what it does is it literally scrapes the entire Spotify and gets you all the playlist names, the curator's name, all the Instagram handles, all their emails in literally a few minutes. So it takes out all the manual work for you. All right, guys, so I want to talk about something that I did in the beginning when I didn't know too much about the Spotify playlist game. So what I did is I did that exact same method that I showed you guys earlier, which is just find playlists and reach out to them directly and then pay them whatever they wanted for the playlist placement. But what I discovered later on, once I started doing more research, is that a lot of these playlists buy fake followers. And the reason they buy fake followers is because obviously when you see a playlist with a lot of followers, you're gonna reach out to them and ask for a placement on their playlist. And then they're gonna charge you and collect money from you. So they're making money by having a lot of followers. So what I do now to maneuver this, so I'm reaching out to real playlists, is before I agree to a price with a playlist, I will look them up on ChartMetrics, and ChartMetrics will give me a bunch of graphs that show me that playlist growth. If you see the playlist growing like this, having a bunch of followers one day and losing a bunch of followers the next day, that means that they're most likely purchasing followers. So here's an example of what I'm talking about. So the free version of ChartMetrics gives you a bunch of data. I highly recommend all of you guys get it and use the free version. The free version still lists you out all the playlists that your music has been on. However, this is a playlist that I put my music on in the past. You can see that on one day, it lost 15,000 followers. And then on the next day, it went back to its original number and then jumped up 2,600 followers. So the mistake I made was not doing this in the beginning and doing the research on these playlists before putting my music on these playlists, because it's not all about playlists. If you're getting fake streams and fake followers from these playlists, that's actually a negative when it comes to you, because as a musician, you want to build your fan base. So if it means getting less streams but reaching more real people, these people will more than likely save your track and add it to their personal playlist. So my suggestion is to do research before putting your music on playlists, and go after playlists with real streams, although it might not be the most streams, rather than a lot of streams. So again, the lesson I learned from this is always do my research before reaching out to playlist owners or before paying for a playlist placement. You'll find a lot of people say don't purchase playlist placements because it's against Spotify terms and agreements. However, as a new artist, it's really the fastest way to grow besides paid ads. If you found value from this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. So I guess the question is, if you can get a lot more followers and fans, would it make sense for you to purchase a placement in a playlist? Let me know in the comments below what you think so we can actually talk about this.